But look, this is the last set of winners quarters, and it is a good one. MPG versus AKFirez. Mega Man versus Steve. Steve's a character that's been kind of scary. Hey, Mini Boss, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm very good as well.
Nice.
I'm very, very good. Dude, what do you think about this matchup? Because I got to be real with you. I don't know how any of these interactions are going to happen.
I'm kind of on the same boat with you. I haven't seen a whole lot of Steve being the fresh face of the DLCs. So far from what I'm seeing is just that he'll be able to put up a lot of walls to stuff out a lot of projectile game that Mega Man's going to throw at him. But besides that, I cannot access a lot of my knowledge to say any more of that. But back air, already ramping it up as I lay out that situation. 116, whatever he's doing, he should keep doing it.
Oh, yeah. No, AKFirez, one of my former crewmates, actually, pre-Steve being in the game. And one thing I know about him as a former Shulkman is he's incredibly precise, but he knows his gimmicks well, and he knows exactly how to use them. And I think Steve's no different. I've seen him do combos tonight that I haven't seen anyone else do ever. And again, he's got that minecart side B, which is one of the best moves in the game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at that. Look at that. 18% and it combos into, like, his diamond tools, which he already has, by the way, on his first stock.
Yeah, damage decent, knockback is really good, and it traps sometimes, too, which, creates a mashing situation. Just three reasons why it's such a bad deal for the opponent at that time.
Right, excellent with Punisher. And those blocks are such a unique aspect of hit that people don't really talk about all that much, but, like, they only talk about it when it combos. The thing is, him putting up that wall allows MPG into approaching him exactly how he wants to. He's hanging out under that platform. He has that umbrella. And on top of that, he has his blocks there to completely negate any approaches to the front. So we have to either go around the back or the post. And also, that shield pressure with that aerial game, the anvil into the back air, if that didn't kill, it would have broken shield.
Absolutely, yeah. Like setting up the walls, like you said, and just dictating where you're setting up the walls in terms of the overall platform and the stage. If you can take away the game of controlling the flow and the pace of the game away from the projectile user, who really needs to command distance between players and between edges of stage and blast zones, if you take that away from them, you've just taken away a huge crux of their gameplay and their winning strategy.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, right now, MPG fighting back very, very bravely, but I'm going to move this blanket.
Yeah.
It's kind of feeling weird to sit on. He's fighting back bravely. He's almost taken that stock away, and there's the up air to do it, going through that minecart and knocking AKFirez into the stratosphere.
Yeah, a little bit of a missed opportunity there, using the minecart so far up and away from Mega Man. So many Steves are just default minecart back in whenever they're off stage to the left or right. So he basically knew it was coming, so major props to the Mega Man.
Yeah, and he was in such a good position to punish that. He wasn't afraid of anything that AKFirez was throwing out, despite the fact that he really should have been.
So far, going back to the main stage, just setting up, like you said before, corralling towards that platform, trying to dictate the positioning and flow, and a great little bait trying to turn around away from the platform and try to knock him off. Already at 98%, so he is primed to do it.
Right, but these are diamonds on deck. This is the most damage Steve could do with his new normals. Oh, no! And he rushed from the ground. He didn't have it in the air. He fast fell off stage. That's unfortunate, but AKFirez stays winning, stays on top. He's done a really good thing tonight, by the way. I saw him beat 6WX in winner's bracket. 6WX, who's been out of commission for a very long time, only recently coming back into the tournament scene. But, now he's dealing with all these DLC gimmicks and everything, and it's been a rough game for him. But AKFirez, somebody who knows this character super well.
Yeah,
and he's going to be a definite tournament threat very soon.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If not already.
I mean, yeah, the way he's, like you said, putting up tonight in the tournament, having huge, not really upsets, but a major showcasing for him. As we get into this round 2 here, we'll see what changes to the gameplay that this Mega Man can bring about. So far, being a lot more direct. I like that. Just challenging the space.
God.
It did lead to that, unfortunately, at 64. Yeah, that was unfortunate. But you have to invade the territory of the Minecraft character, because if you just let them get free reign of the stage and the platform, you're suddenly playing their game, as we mentioned before.
Right. I think the game plan around defeating Steve is kind of reminiscent of Smash 4 Cloud. If you give him space, he's going to charge limit, and in this case, get materials for more tools or more minecarts, anvils, everything. which you don't want to do. And if you approach him, you got to deal with these crazy disjointed hitboxes. And, you know, minecart he could do out of nowhere. And look at, I mean, if you get punished off of a whiff, you're taking like 60. You're going for a ride.
Yeah, just the low damage and knockback of Minecraft's toolkit is just so dangerous. And if you're as skilled as AKFirez is, you can just chain them to block up air, block up air, block up air, and it just puts on 60 or 70. Very reminiscent of a lot of dangerous and high-tier characters in this game.
Oh my gosh.
And the lethality of some of the moves too. Knowing when to swap from combo to high damage and knockback, just like you said, he will be a tour de force coming up.
Yeah, and you know, this is kind of reminiscent of Min Min. You know, they were released one after each other, and people were kind of like, oh, this character could be broken, and then nothing, silence. Offline comes back, all of a sudden, you're dealing with a ton of Steve, and no one knows how to deal with this character right now. MPG is doing, you know, as well as they can right now, but I don't want to call it early, of course, but
Yeah.
it's looking pretty desperate right now.
Although we will see how they come back. Trying to get a charge shot in, but again, I do like the stifling of the, there you go. A little bit of a misplacement there with those, I believe that was a forward tilt or jab, one of the two.
I think it was,
Again,
I think it was up tilt. I think it was up tilt.
Okay.
But like he was just right on top of MPG. MPG was ready to rip and grip with that up smash.
Right.
But you know, these blocks are so difficult to work around. I mean, like those two blocks in that specific area, like he couldn't fall through the platform, he would have gotten punished. He can't go around because Steve's already there waiting for you. I mean, he does such a good job of just giving himself a little cubby, like a little playpen,
Oh, yeah.
just to hang out in your mind.
Got the padded wall, so you know he's safe so
Right.
far.
Yeah.
We are seeing a little resurgence though from MPG right now. He's keeping Steve off the stage, which is another little bit of a disadvantage for the Minecraft character. If you don't have them on platform to mine on anything, they have to set up their own stuff, and that takes time.
Yeah, and we saw the metal blade there to Shoryuken, and he had to put up those two walls with iron. That's gonna be costing him. He has only stone tools right now, but he has enough to make himself get iron in a second. But it doesn't even matter. That is the game and the set. Winners quarters, the final set of the evening, going to AKFirez, who looks to be making the run of his career as of right now. But time will tell. He's got a couple tournament threats to go through. So I think I did hear that AKFirez will be up next, but he's going to be playing against another young blood, the young goat of Philly, the prince who was promised. It's going to be Mercury versus AKFirez.